what is one of the things that is a big problem? And that is the Democrats' approach to red states. A few years ago, I talked about how Rand Paul's dad, that used to be the House member, basically set all of this up when he took over the state conventions and caucuses for the Republican Party. And he saw through his little group of extremists the ability to drive the Republican Party to a far-right extreme, and they did. What it did as well is create a bit of a ground framework for the Republican Party in pretty much every state. By getting into every state and basically taking over each state's Republican Party, they basically were able to kind of familiarize themselves with the state. All right? That's how they did it. Democrats look at red states during an election cycle like they're the circus. They're not there. Then one day they roll on in. They got a tent, and they got an elephant, some clowns, and a lion. And they say, hey, everybody, look at us. We're going to put on a show. It's going to be exciting. It's a circus. And some people like the circus. Some people are happy to see it. Some people are not. Some people think it's, why is that here? Why is that in our town? We don't want that here. Some people go to it. Some people don't. But when the circus is over, namely the election, what happens to the circus? They pack up all their stuff and head out of town. And they don't really have a connection there. Now, I understand there's DFL, there are Democratic parties in pretty much every state in the country. But when it comes to these national campaigns, we are already at such a disadvantage because no one is laying the groundwork in these states to be competitive. And the reason why is because it's a circus. We're coming on in. Look at us. It's our latest candidate. The better way to look at this would be rather like a town ball team, a town baseball team. If you go out into rural America, many towns have a local baseball squad, and they play some local games around some of the other teams. It's built up over time. It's a consistent thing. It's always there. Some years it's great. Some years it's horrible. But they're always there. And it is not something that's look at us, we're shiny and flashy, and look at what we're doing. It's much more of here we are with an established product, which might not be the best product, might be not one you want to watch, but you can always come on out here, and for $1 and another $1 to get a box of popcorn, you can watch a game. Might not be the best played game, might be a lot of errors, might be a high scoring game, might be a pitcher's duel. We don't know. But you're more than welcome to come on out and enjoy the game. By doing it that way, what you end up accomplishing is you establish a connection to the community that you just are not able to do. There was a lot of people talking last night about the Red Mirage, and this is, if you don't know what this is, when they close all these polls, there's always a lot of Republican polls that come in first. And the reason why is because, well, it's twofold. One is because they're closed earlier, and two is because there is no freaking competition there. Indiana, Kentucky. You look at, you can look at Florida. You can look at, I don't know if West Virginia's got too much, there, but I don't think you should ignore it. I don't think you should ignore Arkansas or Mississippi or Alabama or Tennessee. But right now, that seems like what we do. Is that right now, in the Democratic National Headquarters, there is no game plan to say to themselves, all right, freaking everything is we have got to, if there is an election in 2026, we have got to take back the House and the Senate. We have a good chance to do so because what they're about to do is going to piss off a lot of people. So we need to get in there right now with our town ball team and say, go, go, go. Here we are. Nope. Because You guys are so freaking enamored with the damn circus. So we're going to roll in 3 weeks before the election. The circus is here. Don't you love us? Well, no, not really. And then when you roll out of town, no one cares. That is a consummate problem with the Democrats. You should not be doing the circus approach. You should be doing a much better honed, coordinated infrastructure approach in all of these states. And I'm going to tell something to all you Democrats, and this is something that I can apply to the state party here. I can apply to state parties across the country or to the national party. Stop with the, well, that's not worth our time crap when it comes to states and candidates. Do you know why Donald Trump was able to win? Because he connected. They look at him as a town ball team. He's not the circus, although he is a freaking circus. But he is connected with these states when he goes in there. And some of these states, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, those used to be reliable Democratic states. Nevada, freaking Harry Reid Airport over there in Vegas. Those used to be reliable Democratic states. And because Trump basically treated it as a town ball situation, the Republicans have built up a much better infrastructure in those towns. He did a lot better than we did. And those are supposed to be our home territory. Because it was time for the circus. Now, I want to say something here to all the Democrats. And there's not been a lot, but a few of them that have put out this kind of notion that, how did this happen? Something must be up. No. No. I've had my heart broken by this party over and over again. And this is going to be bad. I mean, 2016 was bad. This is going to be, in the realm of the history of this country, Adams was pretty bad because he wanted to be kind of like a monarchy. And Johnson was kind of bad because Lincoln had the mistake of trying to find his enemy and make him his partner. And he had nothing. He didn't want to do anything with it. And Johnson ended up being a horrible president. There's incompetent presidents, like Buchanan and Franklin Pierce. There are corrupt presidents like Harding. But there's never been anything like what we're about to see here. Because the entire structure of this country is about to shake. And not for the good. Not for the good. So Democrats, if we even do have another election, you better have a much better freaking game plan than you've got right now. Because you've already screwed up. You got to start trying to fix this at some point. And if you're not taking it seriously, then why the heck should the voters take it seriously?